The Cook. A historical fiction of love, identity and fate by S.J. Jeppsson. Chapter 6. Beneath the Grand Staircase. Lydia's suite was larger than Kate's entire living quarters back home, the kind of space she had only ever glimpsed through bakery windows in illustrated magazines. The elegance and excess of it all felt almost overwhelming. It was bathed in golden light streaming through silk-draped windows. A chandelier hung overhead, casting a soft glow over panelled walls trimmed with gilded mouldings. Every detail whispered wealth, from the hand-carved furniture to the marble fireplace, stately even in its decorative stillness. A plush Persian rug softened Kate's every step as she moved toward the mahogany wardrobe, its brass handles polished to perfection. Next to it stood a vanity table, cluttered with delicate perfume bottles, silver hairbrushes, and a crystal jewellery case. A large gold-framed mirror reflected her image, making her suddenly aware of how out of place she looked in her plain travelling coat amid such extravagance. Kate exhaled softly, then shrugged off her coat, draping it over the chaise before turning toward the task at hand. Taking a deep breath, she carefully unlatched the first of the heavy travel trunks, revealing an array of gowns more exquisite than anything she had ever touched, before becoming the lady's companion to Lydia Weatherby. She lifted a champagne satin evening dress, its intricate embroidery catching the light, the fine fabric flowing like water between her fingers. Beneath it lay a sea of silk and lace, each gown more stunning than the last. Lavender tulle, deep sapphire velvet, delicate ivory chiffon. The scents of lavender sachets and expensive Parisian perfume clung to every piece, a stark contrast to the warm, flower-dusted scents of home. Next came kid-skin gloves, pearl-encrusted hair combs, and delicately stitched petticoats, each detail a reminder of Lydia's privileged world, so vastly different from her own. The dressing area, just off the master bedroom, was furnished with a floor-length mirror framed in gold, a polished wooden armoire, and a plush ottoman where Lydia could sit as maids laced her corset and fastened her shoes. Kate hesitated as she ran her fingers over a delicate lace corset, realizing that every part of Lydia's life required assistance. Dressing, bathing, dining, even stepping into a carriage. She swallowed hard. She wasn't just unpacking dresses, she was unpacking an identity. Beyond the sitting room, the adjoining door led to the master bedroom, where a luxurious four-poster bed with silk coverlets and embroidered pillows dominated the space. A canopy of sheer lace draped elegantly over the carved wooden frame, making it resemble something out of a fairy tale. Beside the bed stood a nightstand with a delicate porcelain lamp, casting a soft glow across the intricately patterned wallpaper. On the opposite side, a writing desk with gold inlaid details sat beneath a porthole window where Lydia could sit and pen letters on fine stationery while sipping tea from china cups trimmed with gold. Kate ran her fingers over the smooth surface of the desk, imagining a life where letters were sent across continents, where silk gowns were an everyday luxury, and where people like her only existed in the background, silent, unseen, and obedient. She wasn't sure how long she stood there, lost in thought, when a knock at the door jolted her back to reality. It was Lydia. She swept into the room, a vision of effortless elegance, glancing at Kate, then at the half-unpacked wardrobe.
"Overwhelming, isn't it?"
Lydia murmured, glancing at the sea of silk and gold. She shrugged off her coat, draping it over the arm of a finely embroidered chair in the corner.
"You should try wearing it sometime."
Kate chuckled and nodded. With steady hands, she continued unpacking Lydia's wardrobe. She hoped to change her own life, but for now, she was just a maid in a grand first-class suite, surrounded by silk and gold, but still, somehow, feeling like she didn't belong. A voice at the doorway startled her.
"Well, you certainly took your time, didn't ya?"
Kate turned to find a young female crew member leaning against the doorframe, arms folded, watching her with mild amusement and curiosity.
You must be the new one.
The woman continued, pushing off the frame.
Come along then. You don't belong up here.
Her accent was clipped and practical, her tone carrying the sharp edge of someone used to working hard and not suffering fools. With one last glance at the world of wealth she had just been handling, Kate turned to Lydia, who offered a small, wistful smile.
See you soon.
Lydia said encouragingly. Kate smiled back, hopeful, then turned and followed the woman out. Kate hadn't realized how quickly comfort could be replaced with solitude. Each step down the stairs felt like stepping out of a dream and back into the skin she had always worn. They descended a series of staircases, each step taking Kate farther from the grand salons, the glittering chandeliers, and the plush carpets. The richly panelled walls gave way to simpler corridors, the soft murmur of polite conversation replaced by the rhythmic clang of luggage carts and the distant hum of the ship's engines. By the time they reached sea deck, the air had changed, crisper, tinged with a faint trace of sea brine filtering in through the small portholes. Her guide, Agnes, stopped before a narrow door, set apart from the bustling common areas of second-class accommodations. She twisted the handle and pushed it open, revealing a small but private cabin. It was nothing like the gilded world above, but it was hers. A single bed, neatly made with crisp white linens, stood tucked into the corner. A modest wardrobe stood against the far wall, next to a small writing desk and a round porthole that looked out onto the endless expanse of the sea. A wash basin, gleaming clean, sat beneath a mirror that reflected the soft glow of the electric light overhead. Kate exhaled, relieved. Private space was more than she had expected.
It's no first-class suite.
Agnes mused, watching Kate's reaction with a knowing smirk.
But it's better than a bunk room with the rest of us.
She leaned against the doorframe.
You'll be staying here while you're assisting Miss Weatherby. They've also arranged for you to work some shifts in the first-class dining salon, just enough to gain experience for whatever life you're planning after this.
Kate turned, eyes widening slightly. She would need to send a thank you letter to Mr. Ashford for his assistance in making these arrangements for her. Agnes chuckled at her expression and gestured toward the uniform laid carefully out on the bed.
You'll want to change into this before heading to the salon,
she instructed.
It's your uniform.
Kate carefully picked up the black dress, running her fingers over the stiff fabric. It was a stark contrast to the soft silk and lace she had just been unpacking upstairs. The uniform was simple and unadorned, designed more for function than beauty. A long-sleeved black dress, fitted at the waist but without any decorative trim, ensuring a professional and uniform appearance. A high, buttoned-up collar, restricting movement and reinforcing the modesty required of female staff. A crisp white apron tied neatly at the back, made from thick cotton, meant to withstand long hours of work and frequent washing. A small ruffled white cap, designed to sit firmly over her hair, ensuring that not a single strand was out of place. And finally, sturdy black leather shoes, practical for moving swiftly through the ship without slipping. Kate stared at the uniform, hesitating. It felt like stepping into a new life entirely.
I'd change quickly if I were you,
Agnes added.
You'll need to report to the first-class dining salon soon. There's a dinner service starting and they'll be needing hands.
Kate's breath caught in her throat. She had just finished handling the silks and satins of Lydia's privileged world, and now she would be serving those same people, unseen and unimportant. She pulled on the uniform, the fabric stiff against her skin, unfamiliar and unyielding. As she tied the apron strings tight around her waist, she felt something settle in her chest. A blend of resolve and resignation. This was her place now, tucked between two worlds, belonging fully to neither. And the real work was just about to begin.